Good evening, teachers, families, loved ones, and fellow graduates. I'm extremely honored to be speaking at our graduation. I'm very fortunate to have been able to go to Grace Christian School for 8 years and learn from outstanding, dedicated teachers. I give my sincere thanks to Mrs. Cheney for teaching us the history of our glorious nation, making the DC trip an incredible reality, and being a crazy sock enthusiast. Mrs. Locken for opening our eyes to the remarkable world of physics, chemistry, and the planets and stars God created. Mrs. Clark for having the patience to teach us new math concepts and always explaining how we will use what we learn in the future. Mrs. Timms for always giving us great advice, helping us improve our writing skills and helping us grow closer to God. Mr. J and Mrs. Fomer for keeping us in good physical shape and planning fun PE games. Mrs. Cabrera for managing to make a group of restless kids sing their best at concerts. Mrs. Starkey, who has most definitely touched all of our hearts in so many inspiring ways. And Dr. Pettinger for everything we have here at Grace Christian School today. I also thank God every day for giving me the strength and courage to do anything, from memorizing a small Bible verse to studying for a final. With Him in my heart, I feel like I have the power to accomplish all my goals. Another thing that gives me courage is one of my favorite quotes. Maya Angelou once said, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better." This collection of 16 words has stuck with me ever since I first read it. It has indeed inspired me to never give up. It encourages me to go the extra mile instead of doing the bare minimum. It may be hard to believe now, but someday when we are all grown up, we will fondly look back at these days and be thankful for turning in that one extra credit or double checking that one math assignment. Why? Because every little bit counts and small things make a big difference. As 13 or 14-year-olds that are about to enter high school, we should get used to persistently doing better and more than expected, even when we think we're at our best. For there's always room for improvement. When we start working, we will constantly be setting goals and trying to achieve them, and continuously striving to do better. Here at Grace, I've had so many marvelous memories, like planning for gold in Sacramento, stargazing at Astor Camp, riding horses at Rawhead Ranch, snorkeling in Catalina, exploring Virginia, Washington, D.C., and New York City, and of course, our very first quadratic retreat in Big Bear, where we mastered the art of solving quadratic equations. My friends, we have stuck together through thick and thin, and the bonds we have created shall last forever. I have literally grown up with you all. When I first started at Grace in first grade, most of us were strangers, but now we're all a big family. It will be very hard to part with Grace Christian School after so many years. However, we are very fortunate and blessed because GCS has laid a strong foundation for all of us to take on the rigor and challenge of high school. I am, and I'm sure the rest of us graduates, very excited to see what's in store for me in the coming years. We may be closing the door to the past, but we're opening the next one towards a bright, sparkling future. We will be starting a roller coaster ride that could take us anywhere. In this room, we might have the next Peyton Manning, Taylor Swift, or maybe even a future president. Yes, the steps leading up to a successful future will be challenging, but I know every single one of us has the ability to achieve our goals. Are we willing to spend countless hours working and training to accomplish what we desire and become the person we want to be? If the answer is yes, that we will persevere, then this journey to success will be a lot easier. Having the willpower and faith in God is all we need to achieve our goals. Our trust in Him is so incredibly important. For example, trying new things can make us extremely nervous, but if we keep our faith intact, everything will be all right. Speaking of having faith, we are all going our separate ways, but we will be connected through God forever. In conclusion, we might be nervous about making new friends, having new teachers, and experiencing an increase in work and tests, but with God we will be able to persevere. He will always be there with His hand on our shoulder. I hope that all of us enjoy this new chapter in our lives and remember to stay in God's glorious path, for He's guiding us on the track to the treasure we call the future.